So today is day 17 of my elemental diet journey. I'm using Dr. Ruscio's low-carb vanilla, and it's been going really well. Last night I slept pretty good. Woke up this morning and had a great visualization therapy session with my transformational coach, Denise Trudeau. She's a Nourished Queen at Vimergy Wellness, and it was awesome. It was a perfect start to my morning. It was just great. And then I went outside and I did some farm chores, but I crashed. I probably should have eaten or drank a shake before I went out, but I was busy trying to get my kids off to school, and just, I don't know, the morning got away from me, and then I started getting really shaky and tired. I went inside and made my first drink of the day. So now I am just trying to relax for a second and take a breather. Sometimes I just get flustered in the with the busyness of the morning and the day and what needs to get done and who needs this and who needs what, and I forget that I just need to take a break and just sit and breathe. So I came outside to drink my breakfast and just kind of just enjoy the weather. It's been a little bit colder, but it's still sunny and bright, so I just really wanted to just take some time because it's really important to me. One question that I keep getting a lot is about my weight. I've been doing this for 17 days now, so naturally I've lost probably about 8 pounds, and I'm okay with that because I had that weight to lose. But if you're thinking about doing the elemental diet and you're already underweight and you're struggling, you would just have to make sure that you get the maximum calories that you need to either maintain or gain weight. It's not impossible. A lot of people shy away from doing the elemental diet because they're like, I can't afford to lose any more weight. And I've actually heard that people can actually gain weight on the elemental diet. So don't let that deter you from doing this, because you can absolutely maintain or gain your weight or gain weight on the elemental diet. It's not a problem at all. I've been adding extra scoops to my drink, and then adding more water so that I can get those extra calories in without having to make it like a whole other big meal, you know. I haven't been bloating, I haven't been in pain, and this morning I woke up, my joints feel pretty good. Like, this is the first day that I still feel like the stiffness in my fingers and my joints, but I don't have any pain. Maybe just on like my thumb has still a little bit of joint pain, but for the most part, I feel so much better as far as my joints go. I don't think that the elemental diet is just calming down my gut. I feel like it's actually calming down my whole system. I feel like my moods have been better. I feel happier. I feel more alert. My mind is clear. I have more energy. It is just amazing to me, the difference. I love to paddleboard, and it's just been so hard for me to get out there, just the drive and then getting my board, pumped up and out into the water. It's just, I've been missing out on so much because I haven't had the energy to do anything. And or I've had the gut pain and I'm doubled over in pain, or throughout the day, or I'm bloated. And when you're bloated, you just like that, you just don't feel like sitting in a car, you don't feel like going anywhere, you don't feel like seeing people, you don't feel like you just don't feel good about yourself when you're just in pain and constantly bloated, and it's a miserable feeling. So just these last 17 days, I can't even believe how much better I feel, and it's giving me a glimpse of what it feels like to be healthy. It feels like, is this what normal healthy people feel like? No wonder they can go out and go to their boot camp classes and go for hikes and have a whole bunch of things planned in their day, and they can just go and take care of it. And for me, it was like, okay, I'm doing this one thing today, that's it. I'm tapped out for the rest of the day. I've noticed that I can keep up a lot better with my family now on this elemental diet. I've got the energy to just engage a little bit more. I've lost a lot of time and a lot of years just not being able to do a lot. I try to keep a positive mind and just focus on the fact that, you know, those years and all that time I've been down, I've been able to really enhance my life in other ways. So maybe I'm not going to be like this go jet setter person, but I have been able to do a lot at home and really just connect with my family and connect with my kids. And maybe not take on a lot. I've learned how to say no, because I just couldn't keep up, and I used to have a really hard time saying no to for volunteering or activities or taking on this or taking on that, and I would just burn my candle at both ends, and my candle was already way too short to begin with, so I had to learn how to say no and decline and really just prioritize what was important in life. And I think it helped my family so that we weren't this family that's just like racing around constantly. So I guess that's the plus side of me being chronically fatigued. So there's been some good things that have come out of it, I'm sure. But I am ready to just go out and live a little bit more and just be a little more adventurous and take some day trips, you know, start paddleboarding again. I would love to just be a little bit more active. It'll be interesting to see once I bring food back and really get to identify the foods that are right for me and right for my body, because I think that after clearing my system out and calming everything down, I'm really hopeful that I can identify each food and say, okay, yeah, this is a good food for me. This is not. So once I can do that, I can really just heal instead of just eating foods that are constantly triggering me and living in a constant state of inflammation. So I'm hopeful, and I'm starting to get excited about introducing food again. At first it was just like I would freak out, no, I want to stay on this forever, but now I think I'm really starting to really just get excited. I made some chicken broth, and so I might just start just like a quarter cup or a half a cup a day, just start introducing the broth today or tomorrow, depending on how I feel, and just see how I do, and then maybe stay on that for about a week too. So just to see how that goes, and just kind of start getting my body prepared for foods. Okay, the other day I made some chicken broth, and I am having 1/3 of a cup of chicken broth. So I just decided to just start adding chicken broth in.
She made chicken broth.
Okay, excuse my son.
No.
I'm not starting over.
Yeah, you are.
So I decided to just measure out 1/3 of a cup of chicken broth, and I'm gonna start having just a tiny bit of chicken broth every day, so that next week I can start adding in maybe some pureed carrots, a little bit of tiny bits of chicken, and then just slowly add in the foods again. So this is the first time I have had anything savory in 17 days. The shakes from Dr. Ruscio are pretty sweet, so I sometimes dilute them with a little bit of water, but nothing like broth. So here goes, my first bite in 17 days. I don't know if you can consider it a bite because it's more like a sip, but it's so good. You know what's really good is just having something warm. Usually after I drink a shake, I have to go under the blankets and I'm shivering. But this is so good because it's warm and it's not super sweet, so it's pretty good.